So I don't know if you've been on the internet recently. I know I have. Apparently they're saying that white is the best color for small spaces. What if you hate white? I've got 5 amazing colors that'll work in even the tiniest apartments, and not one of them is boring, safe, or sterile. Because while white reflects more light, dark and mid-tone colors can actually make space feel bigger by creating depth and a cozy enclosure sort of feeling. It's all about how you use these colors. And I think the key here is color. We want color. I'm finally seeing you in the comment section, everyone. We're done with neutrals and whites. So let's talk about 5 different paint colors from a few different paint companies that I think would work wonderfully in those smaller spaces, whether it's a condo or an apartment or even a townhouse. Let's get into these. If you need a little more color inspiration, check out our palette pyramid service where we create custom color palettes for you based on your needs, your wants. Whether you need a 3-color palette, 6, or even more, we can accommodate you. And as part of the service, I even send you a personalized video explaining how the colors all work together. People love them. We're getting more and more demand. So while my workload is still manageable, check the link down below and secure your palette pyramid today. So first up, we have Behr Paint's Weathered Moss. If your space is screaming for softness, it is sort of a cool, whispery sage green that adds calm and clarity without draining a space of its personality. It reflects enough light to keep things airy, but it also brings a grounded feel that makes rooms feel more stylized and cohesive, even in under 500 square feet. Because of its subtle earthiness, it works beautifully with Scandinavian, Japandi, and even farmhouse interiors. Think white oak furniture and soft linen textures and brushed brass accents if you love those. It's a modern green that whispers and never shouts. Really love it. If you were to pair it with some trim options, I like bright whites or slightly warm creams, depending on how fresh or cozy you want the vibe to be. Number 2 is Benjamin Moore's Abalone, a color chameleon in the best possible way. Abalone sits in the perfect sweet spot between grayish with almost a slight lavender touch, making it an incredibly sophisticated backdrop that adds dimension to small spaces, and it reads warm and cozy in low light and slightly more ethereal in daylight. It's ideal for a modern traditional space, I guess transitional as well, or minimalist interiors, especially if you're looking something with a little edge but still livable. You can pair it with matte black fixtures if you wanted, but I love, taupe textiles or light woods to help emphasize its depth on the walls. This color helps open concept apartments feel elevated without being too forced or overdone. Number 3 is Sherwin-Williams Silver Strand. Silver Strand is a cooler, more ocean-kissed alternative to the typical soft gray blue, which I'm sure we're all over. It brings that gentle spa-like tranquility to tight quarters while also bouncing enough light around to keep the space feeling refreshed. This one shines in those more coastal sort of designs or modern farmhouse, or even an industrial loft type of feel like I used to live in, and comes alive even further when you're pairing it with raw materials like concrete or metal. It also pairs surprisingly well with warm leathers and soft taupes and clean lined furniture, and those warmer textures really add a sense of balance to the fairly cool Silver Strand. Unlike darker blues that you might see, Silver Strand gives you serenity without sacrificing an open, airy sort of feel. It's a perfect I want color, but also want calm kind of situation. Time for a bit more color. Behr's Smoky Pink. If you've sworn off pink after seeing too many nurseries, let this one change your mind. I want to bring pink back, man. Smoky Pink is muted, refined, and deeply versatile. It brings a soft glow to small rooms and adds just the right amount of warmth without overwhelming the visual space. This tone tends to work especially well in more of those eclectic, bohemian, or Parisian apartment style spaces. Imagine it with rattan and vintage rugs, marble, or antique gold finishes. It feels fresh and feminine, but also grounded and mature. I recently talked about Smoky Salmon by Sherwin-Williams, which is more of a clean coral tinged color. This one feels a bit more grown up, I would say. I would encourage you to use this color in bedrooms or reading nooks, or even as a feature wall in a small living space. It surprises people, but in the best way. This color is for the person that's looking for something soft but not boring. November Rain is a pale green, gray, beige, or a greenish that defies expectation. It has almost a foggy, ethereal quality that helps small spaces breathe without defaulting to white. And I used to use it as a backdrop in a lot of my older videos, and countless people would ask, what color is that? What color is that? To be fair, the lighting made it look a lot darker than it did in person. It just goes to show you that people liked it. It's the go-to paint color for organic modern, or I don't know, California cash, or maybe even wabi-sabi interiors. Pair it with muted wood tones, natural textiles, and round shapes to really let it do its thing. This is the kind of color that doesn't dominate. I find it collaborates with the space. Perfect for living rooms, home offices, bathrooms even, or like I did, a bedroom. It's the perfect choice if you just want a hint of color and softness. So no, you don't have to default to white. These colors prove that tiny spaces can still have huge personality while living in a fairly neutral landscape. Which one would you actually try? Drop it in the comments because I'm curious to see who's going moody versus airy. And that's it.